Hi, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you how I made this fun t-shirt to get ready for summer. I used Cricut Design Space, the Sawgrass Sublimation Printer, and the Cricut EasyPress too. It was my first time using sublimation ink on a t-shirt, and I have to say it is a really quick and easy process, and the results are fabulous. The colors are so bright and vibrant. The nice thing about sublimation ink is when you wash and dry it, it comes through great. You don't have to worry about, like when you use vinyl, it peeling or anything like that. The ink goes right into your fabric, and so it's permanent. It's beautiful. So let's get started, and you can see how I created this. All right, so because I am making a t-shirt, I'm going to go over to the templates, and I'm going to search for a shirt. And the shirt that I'm using today is a Cricut Sublimation t-shirt. It's a V-neck, so I'm going to click on this one here. And this is just going to give me a template, so it'll help me decide what size I want my image. So then I'm going to go over to Images and click Browse All Images. And I thought this one that says Hello Summer is just adorable and perfect for the upcoming summer. So I'm going to click on that. And here it is, and then I can just drag it where I want it on the shirt and resize it. So I think I just want it a little bit bigger, about like 7.5, and that is super cute. Click outside and see how it looks. Okay, so right now this is a cut file, so it needs to be changed into a print and cut file. So we just go up to Operation and go down and change it to Print and Cut Standard. And then before we go ahead and print it, we need to attach it. So if you go down to the bottom right, we can click the Attach button. And then we can see over here on the right, it's all grayed out. It's all connected as one big file. So that is ready to go. So I'm going to click Make It. And you can see it's all there. It's got this black square around it, or black rectangle, but that's okay because when it's time to put this onto my shirt, I'm just going to cut that off, so that won't be a problem. So I'm going to click Continue, and I'm going to click Send to Printer. Okay, now this part is really important. So I have a Sawgrass printer. And I know this from experience because I've already done it once, if I click, just went ahead and clicked print, this is just going to go ahead and print it through the printer just like a regular printer, and the quality is not going to be very good. So there's a couple things. I'm going to turn off Add Bleed because adding bleed would just give it a little bit of extra ink around the outside, so when it cuts, it'd be sure to have a nice clean cut and you wouldn't have any white edges, but I don't want that with a print, so I'm going to turn that off. But I need to open the system dialog because that's going to open the Sawgrass Print Manager, and then Sawgrass will print it just perfectly for me. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to hit print. And then now I have my Sawgrass Print Manager. So now what I need to do is go down to PDF, and I'm going to click on, sorry I didn't see it for a second, the Sawgrass Print Manager. And it's going to open up another window. And it's actually probably behind this window. Oops. There it is. So I'm now able to, in the Sawgrass Print Manager, choose what I want. So the first thing with Sawgrass Print Manager, it automatically mirrors it. So whenever you're doing sublimation, you need it mirrored. So it did that for me. I'm going to choose my substrate to be polyester. I like the print quality to be high quality. My paper is TruePix Classic, and the source tray is one. So I can go ahead and click print, and we'll be ready to go. Okay, so we have our print here of Hello Summer. And because we are going to be sublimating this, we do not want to run it through our Cricut machine and actually cut it. So we're going to just go ahead and we're going to tear off instead of cutting it. I've heard that actually tearing off the print and get rid of this rectangle is a better idea, because then we won't end up with possibly any kind of sharp edges as we go ahead and sublimate it. So I'm going to just really carefully try to tear this off without ripping into my design and get like a soft edge. So I'll just do that really quickly. It's actually, this paper, the sublimation paper tears really nicely. So remember, as you are getting into sublimation, you can't just use a regular inkjet or laser printer. You have to have special sublimation ink with a sublimation printer. Some people buy like a special kind of Epson printer that they can convert to a sublimation printer, and that's a possibility, but you still need that sublimation ink. And then, like I said, I got the Sawgrass printer, which is great. It's all ready to use, and they have really nice support too, helping you set it up and get all organized. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn on my EasyPress, and we want our temperature set to 400. And it's going to take 60 seconds. All right, so we'll get that going. And I've got my EasyPress mat. And this is the shirt here. And I just got this from Cricut.com. So you can use other shirts too, but they need to have a really high polyester count. Now, one of the things you need to do is get a lint roller and go through and really carefully use the lint roller on the shirt, because if there's any lint on it, when you sublimate it, you're going to get these blue dots on it, and you don't want that to happen. Okay. And then the next step is to get a piece of butcher paper and put it inside the shirt, because it's possible that the ink could go through to the other side. So I'm just going to put that in there. I'm going to have the design. All right, that looks good. And then before we can actually go ahead with the sublimation, we do have to use the heat press on the shirt just to get it ready. So I'm going to put another piece of butcher paper on top. And I'm just going to heat that for about 5 seconds. But it's not heated up all the way, so I'm just going to let it heat up first. Okay, so our heat press is ready, so we're just going to heat this for about 5 seconds. All right. And now we need to take this off and actually let it cool off, because if we put this right down and we move the shirt around, the ink could actually start transferring. So we now need to let it cool off before we get started. All right, this is really cooled off now, so we're ready to go. So we've got this, it's mirrored, and when we put it down, you can see it's gonna be just right. So I'm gonna put it probably just about 1 inch down from the top, from the V. I'm gonna try to center it. Just kind of looking from the edges of our shirt here. And I can tell my butcher paper actually needs to come up a little bit inside. Trying to get it just centered. I think that looks pretty good. And I have here some of the Cricut tape, heat-resistant tape. I'm going to put a little piece on each side just so it doesn't move when we're working on it. And you have to use the heat-resistant tape. Regular tape, I think, would just melt and make a big mess. Okay, so we've got that, and then the last thing is to put the other butcher paper on top, and we're ready to go. So I'm gonna put this right down on top, turn it on, and just hold it here for 60 seconds. And you don't want to move it at all. You just gotta give it about medium pressure. And see what happens. Okay, our time is almost up. We're gonna lift it straight up. And we'll turn that off. Oops, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna take off the butcher paper. Oh, you can see some of it actually got onto that butcher paper. It was good. I protected the heat press. Hopefully it didn't go all the way through. And now you have to take this off very quickly. Oh, how cute is that? That is so adorable. I love it. Well, that's weird. What is that spot? Looks like I have a little, oh my gosh. You know what? I did not pull off all of the black. I left a little bit. I got a black spot there. Oh well, that's okay. For my first try, I'm still very happy. I'm gonna pull out this other piece below. And that one's actually all clean. But that turned out really cute. I'm super excited about it. All right, thanks for joining me, and I hope you guys have some fun with sublimation too. I can't wait to do some more. Bye.